Okay. Hello, YouTube. It's been a while, hasn't it? I'm sorry it's been so long, but oftentimes I struggle with what to do with YouTube. And I can't just stream what I stream on Twitch. So I thought I'd do something different today. So I'm not going into the main campaign of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I'm going actually into classic mode. I've been having some mic and headphone trouble, so bear with me if things start to get choppy. But it seems to be okay if I don't move. So anyway, let's see what happens here. Extra mode. Classic mode. Hey, how you doing? I thought I'd stream classic mode on here for a while. Bear with me, my mic might cut out here and there. This main contains spoilers. I've been okay. My family's had some issues that we're trying to get dealt with. I could go into specifics, but I don't know.
Are you all right?
I'm okay. It's just that my brother is having some issues with our apartment complex, and they need to be sorted out. And hopefully they can be sooner rather than later. And his wife is a bitch. Those are the main things. Why is this taking so long to load? Okay.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's alright.
Do you all live together?
No, actually. These are like rondo blood controls. I have to remember that. Which means you could jump and move in midair. And you can jump and turn around, but you can't really control your jumps other than that. I love this song though. Why is the loading so terrible? This is PS5. It should not be doing that. Hey, it's Iga. How you doing, Iga? Specifically, they're trying to evict him, saying he owes like thousands of dollars, and he doesn't. but his wife created a financial strain on him by moving out. So there's a lot to deal with. And we're trying to negotiate with the apartment complex. And they're being somewhat reasonable, but not. I don't know. I mean, they were trying to evict him like right after Christmas, and that was just... Why do you sometimes I get like that flashy whip? Why does that happen?
Oh, wow. I don't know how that can happen in the US, just lying about a tenant owing money.
They messed up on their books somehow. I don't know. Maybe the previous management... Oh, shit. I thought there was a floor there. Maybe the previous management were, like, cheating the tenants. So they've negotiated down what he owes, but they're still saying he owns a hell of a lot. And I don't know. A lot of that has to do with their incompetence. Anyway, I decided to stream on YouTube today. I wanted to play Bloodstained, but I also wanted to stream on YouTube, and I'm like, well, I can't just pick up on YouTube where I left off. So that's why we're playing classic mode.
I hope it gets sorted, okay. I heard that having an eviction on your record can disallow you to rent a new place.
Right. That's it exactly. And if it were taken to court, he could probably fight it and win. But having to go through that process is a pain in the ass in itself. And not only that, he won't have a place to live during that process. Unless the judge somehow allows him to stay there. But, I don't know, that's wishful thinking on my part, maybe. I wonder... No, I guess not. Why did that break and there was nothing in it? Maybe I didn't destroy it all the way. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna beat this in this session, but we'll see. Occasionally I'll get like a laser whip and I don't understand why that happens. It seems to only happen in the air.
Things are still rough for you. How are your parents?
They're pretty good. My mom, of course, doesn't like being at the place she's at, and she would rather be home. But that's going to require the ability to do that will be a borderline miracle.
Why doesn't she like it? Just the general, it's not home.
Well, she wants to be with the rest of her family. And, but she needs a caretaker, and we can't afford a caretaker. So, impasse. Buttons. It's loading. God, the loading is really bad. The loading is worse in this classic mode right now than it is for the main game. What is going on? I wonder if in one of the updates they screwed things up. 'Cause look at this. I'm like pressing buttons and nothing's happening. Ah, Jesus, finally.
That's real bad. I've not seen anything on the PS5 load that slow.
And I know it's like, it's not the main game, but I gotta mention that to, like, on the forums or something. Well, I haven't been there in years, but the last time I was there, I was complaining about the music in Curse of the Moon 2. And then I got kind of chastised for that because it's not nice.
Hopefully it's something stupid and trivial.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Kind of like in Aliens Colonial Marines. They misspelled one word, and that one word made the enemy AI just completely stupid and and attack walls and shit like that. Kind of like this song. It's a little kind of generic, but it fits. I like the melody. It's fine. I would hope that Ritual of the Night 2 kind of is a bit better than that, though. my
I can't believe what a success story this game is.
I kind of knew. Sort of. I thought, well, Symphony of the Night has sold so many copies. A lot of people are mad at with Konami. So that would be why the Kickstarter would succeed. I think it's still either the second or third best, most successful Kickstarter. I know Shenmue beat it not long after, but... And then, after that, they announced it sold 1 million copies, and they were making a sequel. I mean, that's as good as you can probably hope to have, I think. And it's still getting content, which is great. They just put the Child of Light DLC in there. Oh, nice. Ah. Ah. Anyway, my complaint for Circle of the Moon 2 was that I didn't like the music. And it was composed, I think, by their Inti Creates sort of in-house composer, Yamada-san. I can't remember his name, his first name.
It's very cool. I like that it's done so well. You know when a game comes out, in a series or inspired by a series you love, and you feel lean.
Yeah. I do think, well, I don't know. I don't know how important that is to mention, but the Kickstarter was important, so fan input was important to make the game as good as it was. I think that's why it was delayed so much. In this situation, the delay helped make the game better. But if Yamada did this song, then this isn't too bad. You know, maybe if he did more stuff like this, I'd appreciate it better. On the other hand, for for a Ritual of the Moon 2, I still think they should get more fan input as far as composers. Because they can't bring Michiru Yamane back. It's just not... It's not happening. I mean, they could, but she's kind of been kind of nasty about several things lately, and plus she herself said that the first Ritual of the Night was her last action game, so I think they should get, you ask me, I think they should get Yoko Shimomura, who's famous for Kingdom Hearts, but in my mind, Legend of Mana, and Motoi Sakuraba, who's famous for Star Ocean. They should have those two butt heads and make a really great... I think those two would make really great Castlevania-like soundtrack. Here we go with the loading again. Well, that was a little better.
Like any project, the PMs need a plan to make everyone work as efficiently as possible, and the workers to do their jobs well. If the cat
That's weird. Because I'm already saying because both Motoi Sakuraba and Yoko Shimomura, although I'm sure they're very busy, they have shown that they can do soundtracks in the style that has classical, rock and just sort of, and sometimes like a jazzy feel with strong melodies. So that's why I think they'd be perfect. And to have them butt heads together, I say butt heads, sounds a little weird, but I think if they combine their talents, they could come up with something really special. And I've always thought those two maybe not sounded exactly alike, but maybe had similar influences.
It's pronounced bubby.
Butthead. Some of these level designs border on ripping off Castlevania 1, by the way. I can't get up there.
Also, super early stream today.
That's right. I'm just trying new times. My old schedule wasn't working out for me, and I needed a change. The idea of streaming on nights where I have to work in the morning, I think really stressed me out. Oh. That's what that does. Now I know. Damn it, that's not what I was trying to do. Oh well. I listened to my last stream on Twitch where... What was I playing? Skyrim? And the audio was just horrible. And that's my fault, and it was deliberate. Because obviously it's no secret that I have a fan blowing on me at like all times. Because there's a heater right next to where my gaming setup is, and I can't really do much about it. It's built into the wall. So I have a fan on me, but having it blow into the microphone, it makes the audio really terrible, so I had to do something. And so I kind of have it blowing away, but you might still be able to hear it. They've got those bugs kind of acting like the crows from the first game. That's pretty hilarious. Ah! 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 Shit. Ow.
I thought you were Mrs. Castlevania. How come you died?
Well... The simple answer to that is...
Classic mode before. Haven't gotten to explore past the vanilla game in my spare time.
Oh, hello, Malformed Malice. This is... If you like the classic Castlevanias, this is perfect. Well, I mean, they do it very well. It's pretty much... The levels are very, very similar to the first Castlevania. So you should be right at home. However, the controls are more like Rondo of Blood. So you see, I can do backflips in the air and stuff. But the jumping is kind of static. You can press jump. Ouch. Just press jump, then move in the air. But your regular directional jump, you can only change direction once. Why did I do that again? Oh my god. When I first started this, actually...
I grew up playing Rondo and Symphony on PSP. Then went to CD3. My intro to CD was Goofy AF.
Okay. Well, that's... I think that's a pretty good way to get into this series. Because Rondo had its... I mean, PSP... Dracula X Chronicles had its the main remake, which was a classic Vania. And then it unlocked Symphony as you played, and the original Rondo. So I mean, that's probably the best introduction to this game, is the Rondo remake. Because it's like polygons, but in 2D. 2.5D, some people say. Can you tell me, though, to stop doing stupid jumps, though? I'm dying.
Damn, that's awesome. The first Castlevania I owned was Ira of Sorrow, but I played the original for a bit.
Mm-hmm. Aria's great game. It's kind of frustrating, though, me watching new players play Metroidvanias, because they seem to not know where to go. And you don't want to spoil it for them, so you're just like, can I give you a hint? Because some streamers are just like, no hints, no backseat gaming or whatever. Okay. You gotta tell me to stop making those fancy jumps. I'm overshooting and falling off the ledges. I can't turn around a second time. So they kind of want you to use a sub-weapon to get that, I guess. Oh yeah, and you can jump on the stairs like you could in Rondo. So it's almost like if you were playing Richter in the original Castlevania, but with unreal graphics. These graphics are unreal.
A good way to start things off. 2007 was a fun time for games. In terms of Classicvania, 3 was my fave for NES, then Rondo.
Those are great ones. It felt... looking back, it felt like... I think I took everything for granted. But we were really spoiled, because we got, on average, a new Castlevania every year. And I think we'd still be getting them, but Konami kind of wanted to do something different, I guess. Oh. Found a thing. What's going on here? Oh crap.
As a Castlevania and Mega Man fan, I had no idea how good I had it in the 2000s Skull and Crossbones.
Zangetsu's always a challenge, even in the main game. I do see some signs of hope, though, although they're very tiny. By the way, the load time is really bothering me, but if it's even worth mentioning, I think they had Castlevania DLC for another 2D game that I'm blanking on right now. Maybe Josh can help me remember. But they advertised it, I think, on the Game Awards of all things. And oh crap.
I remember discovering your channel when the teaser for Next Gen Castlevania was teased for the 360 and PS3 with a Wii card. That teaser still.
Yeah, it was a great teaser, but unbeknownst to me at the time, apparently that was never intended to be shown. That was just part of Iga's pitch to Konami. And it was one they rejected in favor of the Lords of Shadow idea. Had I known that, I might not have posted it. And I did I cheated a little bit by putting in a remix of Dracula's Castle from Symphony of the Night on there. It was a Lament of Innocence version. I think it was just called Castlevania 2003. But anyway. I feel guilty, kind of, that I misrepresented it. But gosh, that was a long time ago. Thank you for sticking around. We eventually did get our sort of pseudo sequel.
I am very grateful that you did post it. Any preservation of industry oddities has a great place in history.
Well, ultimately I was getting like copyright strikes for the stuff I was posting, so I couldn't preserve it myself. I just grabbed it from game trailers, I want to say. Thank you, Josh. Dead Cells has the Castlevania DLC. God, I'm such a fool. Yeah, they got me on like the Johnny Depp interviews translations I did with a friend of mine, and then the video game stuff, it was just like, okay, I give up. I mean, really, I was just posting trailers and interviews of games I was interested in. But I was grabbing it right from game trailers, so it didn't belong to me. It wasn't my own content, I understand. But thank you for hanging out and checking it out. I appreciate you.
Game trailers, though, hey, doesn't matter now.
Not so much. I thought they had a YouTube channel at some point, but everybody has a YouTube channel. Even Apparently, I'm not Mrs. Castlevania anymore, Josh.
2000s YouTube and sites like Game Trailers and FlipTV hold a dumb amount of nostalgia for me. I love how people classify the time as.
Yeah. They were good days. They were good days. A lot of my favorite YouTube channels from back then, unfortunately, don't really exist anymore. Specifically, our friend Eric of Let's Get, who is called Goemon047. I loved his channel. But he's very busy these days.
Man, I come back and see you dying in Bloodstained. I don't know what to believe.
I don't play this mode very often. I'd be doing better in the main game. Well, kinda, sorta. I never claimed to be the best Castlevania player, I just claimed that I'm the biggest. These days, maybe that's just physically. I'm just the biggest fan of the series, even though I have no way to substantiate that. I just kind of say it.
Goemon047 was fantastic.
Yeah.
I got into so many games and my music taste was helped by his 2D boss vid.
Oh yeah, I remember that. He would have probably been his.
Channels like Clan of the Grey Wolf and Red, our boy Eric Laffa, were so
Yeah.
good. I still rewatch his incredible game show.
Yeah, I like pretty much everything he did. Didn't watch much Clan of the Grey Wolf. I saw his Rondo of Blood review, and I was like, oh, I'll never be as good as that. Yeah, check up on him. He's on Twitter. And he likes stuff I post that mentions him. So he's like active.
Clan of the Grey Wolf got me into Earthbound. Got a copy on eBay in 2010 with the guide before it became even more stupidly expensive.
Oh, nice. I don't really need to get every candle here, but it's kind of the way I play. So thank you for bearing with me on this.
Malformed. Same. Ruined the happy video game nerd made me buy a copy for an Australian $300. Unfortunately had to sell it for rent money.
Aww. Whoa. That was kind of my thinking too. Like, I have to sell my games, you know, for real life things. When in reality, I probably didn't. I probably would have been okay. But now I'm back to being a collector again, so hopefully I'll regain my collection. I've got a good start going.
As I say, we all got stories like that. Nothing we can do about it now. Wallowing is pointless.
I know. But
Speaking of, anything you want me to keep an eye out for, ma'am? Maybe another copy of our Euphoria?
well, Euphoria. I want to see for Euphoria specifically, which Eric did a great video on. Oh, my health is low. I want to see what Sunsoft does with that game, because they're bringing back some of their old stuff. Specifically, well, Iki, but I'm not that familiar with Iki. Apparently, it's a really famous bad game in Japan. And then, Mr. Gimmick, or just Gimmick, that's getting a sort of re-release, remaster. And the rumor was that next would be Euphoria, so let's see. I want to see what happens with that.
Wait, hold up. Who owns Sunsoft IPs already?
Well, Sunsoft. They kind of reformed their company.
Right.
No, it's Sunsoft. Sunsoft came back. Why am I over here? Oh. Oh, okay. And they did like I don't know if I call it a direct, but it was kind of a Sunsoft direct where they said, we're coming back, we're bringing these games back.
It would be amazing if Euphoria was re-released.
I think that's the plan. After Iki and then Gimmick, Mr. Gimmick, Euphoria was next.
Liquidated to non-existence.
You'd think so, right?
It's hard as balls to find one here. I cannot believe I found two. Wow.
Whew. Some of these jumps. I never used this sub-weapon. Okay, it's pretty much just a holy water. I asked them on Twitter, I was like, oh, can you also bring back like Batman and Gremlins and Journey to Silius, or Raft World as I guess it's called in Europe? And they're just like, well, we'll see what we can do. Gremlins and Batman might be very difficult though, because Warner Brothers is just stingy on all of their properties. Back here again.
By the way, Pirate's Journey to Silius.
Really? I thought all PAL territories were the same. Oh shit. I have 0 lives now. I'm going to die. Blue Valkyrie is about to die.
It's weird and hard to keep up.
Oh. Of course that food would be there. And me ignoring it when I absolutely needed it.
It's Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles in Europe and the UK for a bit, there, but the Australian NES game says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Cool.
Curiosity, have you ever played I Wanna Be the Guy? Speaking of horrible old gaming and internet shenanigans.
I've never played that. Maybe it's to my detriment. See, I thought that was like a meme from like back when they had Homestar Runner and Strong Bad emails and stuff like that. But apparently it's a different thing. I don't think this enemy is in the main game. Crap. Yeah, last I spoke with Eric of Let's Get Goemon. He wasn't sure if they were going to have that final Japanese test this year. That was kind of what he was hoping. I hadn't gotten back with him since then. But hopefully they had it, and hopefully...
2022.
That's what I meant. He was hoping they would have it by the end of 2022. And I don't know, I didn't follow up on that. So I guess it was a while ago since I talked to him.
It came out in 07. I saw early YouTube channels like Cloud 8745 play it. That guy's channel looked like it was going places, but he fell off too.
Yeah. Editing is hard. It's a lot of work. You might think, oh, you're just sitting there. but it's like it's a lot of time spent, especially if you want things to be good. If you have any kind of like higher end standards, you're not just going to throw something together and slap it up on your channel.
Even just a dumb, basic lyric video that I did for Skinwalker took so damn long.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like this song. It's a Baroque piece. And as I always say, if it ain't Baroque, don't try to fix it. Actually, I don't say that. It's a terrible joke. And I don't think that applies because I've actually tried to make songs sound Baroque and had to go back and fix them because they didn't sound very good. Oh, now we're getting into my musical career. I wonder what that is. One up, I guess.
I used to dabble in Let's Play shenanigans in '09. I used Virtual Dub for encoding with a Dazzle capture card and used Sony Vegas. I own an E.
I use Sony Vegas myself, I think. Just Josh was still using it, our friend in the chat.
It's not owned by Sony now.
Oh, really? Guess they're trying to cut their losses or save money. Some people rag on Sony Vegas as an editor, but it was as an interim between like Windows Movie Maker and like Adobe, I guess. It was pretty good. I used it to make a sort of Rondo Blood video, but it wasn't all that impressive.
I've also got all the gear from capturing game footage and streaming all my consoles, but do not get time to do anything these days.
I wish... Well, I don't know. Having time can be a blessing and a curse. Tell you what. But I'm glad you guys are hanging out. I really don't know what to do with YouTube these days. I'm just like, well, I can stream certain games but it has to be different than what I do on Twitch. I don't really have the means to edit a lot, at least not right now. I'm working on...
Make new music and upload it to YouTube.
Okay. But at least let me get my... at least let me get my new computer in tow first. I get what those are. Those silver blob things. The black ones are like skeletons. So the silver ones are like red skeletons. I got it. Because they come back, see? Oh boy. Well, I didn't get a game over, so I must have earned... oh yeah, I keep getting that one up. That helps. I was gonna ask that guy advice on what to do with my channel. Thanks for coming in, though. I appreciate it. Really, for YouTube, I think I've actually come to some conclusions. YouTube is better for music, I think. You can be a game streamer on here, but if you're not like... Because on the screen it shows me one person watching instead of two people. I mean, I can assume that the... See, there we go. See, now it says two watching. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I think YouTube is better for music as far as streaming, because unless you're like a big name, like Sykkuno or Valkyrie or, you know, streaming gaming content on YouTube is really tough. But on the other hand, streaming music content on Twitch is almost impossible unless you do all originals. What's Valkyrie? Valkyrie as a streamer. Exactly, though. No, she's pretty popular, though. She was like one of the first people to... the first Twitch streamers to migrate to YouTube. Lost my train of thought. Shit.
I was just about to ask as well.
You didn't ask about Sykkuno? You asked about Valkyrie? Valkyrie, actually. R-A-E. It's sort of her shortened name. But she goes by Valkyrie. Anyway, Twitch is crazy with their music copyright takedowns. But on YouTube, you can do covers and stuff, and they'll be a little bit more lenient. They'll at least let you... If you sound different enough, they'll let you go. Twitch, they freak out even if you're doing a sponsored stream. Like, infamously, they've canceled Herman Lee well, I say canceled. Maybe that's not the right word, but they Herman Lee of Dragon Force was I think banned or temporarily banned from playing his own songs. And then Metallica did a live stream of their music, and they cut it out and were playing some country music or something. So, not that I wouldn't play games on here ever, but I think if I ever wanted to get music going again, and it would be gaming related anyway.
I remember that.
Ah, shit. What fell? Like, there are people on here who make careers out of, like, playing Rocksmith or, you know, just doing covers in general. And it's cool. They do collaborations with other YouTubers. It's a whole thing. You can't do that on Twitch. I'm doing pretty good here. Of course, now that I say that, I'm waiting to die, I'm sure. Ah. Okay. So I'm earning new lives. Okay, so I don't feel so bad about dying so much. I don't know if she's got the Belmont strut down, though. It's a very specific walk. See that little laser whip? I don't know why that happens. There is a power attack in Rondo where you go back, forward, attack, but I don't think that's what's happening here. And this is totally the hallway from level 5 Castlevania 1 with the knights and the bobbling heads. Even the candles are set up exactly the same. Well, that doesn't help. And the fight here with not death. Ah.
this critter? Is that supposed to be Gremory or Wake of that boss was called?
I think so, yes. And thank you for remembering her name because I did not. Oh, okay. Automatically going. My mic is being pretty good. It's not cutting out, so I appreciate that. It was doing it earlier when I did some test recordings. And here we go with the loading on a PS5. I swear I'm gonna talk to them on the forums about this. I don't know if there's... Oh, thank you. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I gotta mention to the forums, like, what? Why is it slowing down so much on the classic mode? The load time is less on the main game. Probably thanks to the PS5, but that doesn't explain why it's having so much trouble here.
Time to ask the age-old question. Was the PS5 worth it so far?
You want me to be honest or tactful? Actually, I can be both honest and tactful and say that I haven't experienced what the PS5 has to offer yet. And that's to my detriment. That's my fault.
Not being sarcastic, BTW Malik was a sincere question, but I realized how it
Oh, it's okay. I would appreciate the sarcasm anyway. I do not like monkeys. I didn't like the imps, and I don't like them as monkeys. Or little hunchbacks, I think they used to call them. Same things here. Same mannerisms. So... I have PS5 games that I have not played yet. And there are reasons for that.
Compared to my PS4, it's incredible.
Generally, there are little nagging things that the PS5 does not do that the PS4 did that kind of irritate me. I'll say that to start. But it's like little things, like not having folders, it feeling like it has to record your gameplay automatically, it not having a web browser, it not letting you, when you stream like I'm doing, it won't...
The things I could have been hyped for the PS5 are coming to Steam once the timed exclusivity wears off.
Like, as I'm streaming now, the PS4 would ask me if I wanted to let Twitter, or I think it might have been other social medias too, but mainly Twitter, if you wanted to tell people you were streaming. And I keep forgetting that because it doesn't have it here. So you'd have to do that to yourself. Oh, by the way, everyone on Twitter, I'm streaming right now. And PS4 actually asked you and let you do it right then and there. Totally not the same stairwell. But other than that, it's doing everything I thought it was supposed to. Speeding up PS4 games, playing it.
7 Rebirth, 16 and the weird-looking Silent Hill W remake are the only things on my radar RN.
Okay. Rebirth. Okay, yeah, Rebirth. Okay. 16. Yeah. These days, though, I don't think, even with Sony, I don't think exclusivity is 100%. Because you see some of their games coming to PC. It takes a while, but it happens. Not so sure about God of War, but we'll see. I wonder if there's anything hidden. I'm not gonna do the Super Castlevania 4 thing, but... But other than those minor gripes I had with it, it's doing everything I expected it to do. And there are actually some PS5 games I really need to get to. Specifically... And they are probably part of last gen too, but... I did get the new Star Ocean, which I played the demo of. It was really good. Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, I heard that was really good. And these aren't exclusives, but, you know, I think Star Ocean might be. I can't remember. And there's other things I missed, just generally, like...
PS5 and gonna play Persona 3 and 4.
Yep. You need it to play those games. That's why I need PS5. I needed to play the DS version of Shantae. Or actually, the original's out. So I needed to play the Game Boy Color version of Shantae on the PS5.
Jeeble. What took you so long?
Is Star Ocean as a franchise anything?
I love Star Ocean 2, which is ironic because it is the one numbered Star Ocean that is not on the PlayStation Store. We're trying to beg them for that. They said they need fan input. But the first one is very good, especially the PSP remake that they did, which is the port on PlayStation. Ouch. A lot of people swear by the third game, Till the End of Time, Star Ocean Till the End of Time. I haven't played it that much, but it does give me the feels. It's... Think of Star Ocean as like a kind of like a futuristic version of the Tales series, because they used to be developers on the Tales series, and then they kind of broke off to form their own team. I can't go back.
Jeeble. What took you so long?
The only exclusive I played off the top of my head is Persona 5. On the PS5, at least.
That did eventually come to Switch, though. Although I manage it's not as great on the Switch. Well, who knows, you know. I can't imagine it's super demanding. But sometimes Switch has frame rate problems with even the simplest games. Even with its own games. Like I heard the Warriors games they made have...
Cheers for the stream.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Malformed Malice. That was awesome talking to you. Hey! Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I guess I'm supposed to do the like, comment, subscribe, share thing. But... I don't know. I'm not very good at promoting myself anyway. Seriously though, any contributions in chat makes the videos more fun to watch. So I appreciate y'all. Boy, I'm just not getting this pattern down. And it's not really that hard. I need to pay more attention. Ah, crap. Nice try. What you got? Oh, that's it. Oh, they're doing the Super Nintendo ending for me. Okay. I'm down. Way forward. Thank you, way forward. Thank you, Matt Bozen. Thank you, Tom Hewlett. I don't know everybody here, but those are the names I recognize. I don't know them personally. Hey! Was there a backdash and I didn't know about it? Son of a bitch. There was no backdash in Rondo. I got cheated. Oh, Tom Hewlett designed the levels. Well, they're pretty much Castlevania 1 levels, so... But... Thank you, everybody, for this cool side game. And for helping touch up the main game, too. I understand Way Forward did a lot of the lighting and improvements when the game was hit its last delay. Boy, this is just oozing with fan service. And not the sexy kind, just she has a slide too. Damn it. How do I not know about these things? The biggest Castlevania fan in the world doesn't know basic things. I love this artwork too. Oh, Mitchell did use some music on here. I think I'm finally over her being a whatchamacallit, but Iga, Curry the Kid, art play. I mean, I have to be. I mean, there have been charges leveled that
Through it again, on a harder difficulty.
I'll just die. You want me to die? You want to see how I die? It might be a different boss, too. But at the end, but I won't get that far. I guarantee it. I'll try the harder mode. But I guarantee it, it'll be... Oops. I hit the wrong thing. Wait, what was that?
I've seen you play it before. You were drastically tired and you died a lot. It was pretty funny.
I'm not tired now, but I will die for sure. Even just on normal. I kind of got the controls down. Maybe the backdash and slide will help me if I actually use those things. Whip sword. Okay, so there's the backdash and there's the slide. Okay. So maybe if I use those, I'll be good. I love this song though. For better or for worse, this might be my favorite song in the whole, even the main game of Bloodstained. But this is just classic mode. You guys got to work on these load times though. I remember they were not this bad when I played it on PS4. So something is going on here. I'll have to remind myself to ask about it on the forums. The Sword or Whip forums. This man here in the back, in that picture, changed my life. Ego. Apparently he's really good friends with Michiru Yamane, but I don't know. She's got her own thing going now, and it is what it is. But like I say, Ritual of the Night 2, or even Curse of the Moon 3, give some other famous composers a call. If you call enough of them, maybe to just do a song or two here and there, I bet they'll even do it for a small amount of money. It'll just be like a smorgasbord of like fantastic composers. Because I know for sure Yuzo Koshiro likes Castlevania. Some of the songs he did on Portrait of Ruin were okay. I was expecting more some ActRaiser type stuff though. Because at least two of the main tunes in ActRaiser are pretty much just Castlevania songs, flat out. Josh, will you tell me to stop doing that stupid jump? I'm not impressing anybody. That was my fault. Totally. Well, I did it the other way and I got hit. Oh well. Ouch. Ah.
Keep doing it, please. I remember when you played Castlevania like a pro.
I can play the old ones like a pro. Or at least like a high level amateur. This is different. It's new. If they somehow re-release remastered what do you call it? Castlevania Rebirth, the Adventure Rebirth. I would be terrible at it too to start with, because I haven't played it that much, and I did that same thing. I've beaten it a couple times, although not on the hardest difficulty. That was killing me. That hardest difficulty. I did it with Contra Rebirth, but for some reason that Castlevania Rebirth hard mode was murder. I got murdered. Horribly mangled. Anyway, shoot. How about this? Alright. Anyway, to speak about what I was talking about way earlier when our other friend was here. The small glimmers of hope are that DLC for that one game. Castlevania DLC for a non-Castlevania game, which is very interesting. Dead Cells. Okay. And when they did the Silent Hill special presentation, they had mentioned that several studios had approached them to make new Silent Hill games. And that's kind of what you got. They were announced 4 different games, and they were by 4 different studios. So I'm thinking somebody has approached Konami with Castlevania ideas too. And maybe they've taken them up on it. Not just the Dead Cells people, but I'm thinking other studios. Shit. So that's what we've got to work with. It doesn't help their cause that Bloodstained has kind of taken over the franchise. But
Did we put a time limit on our bet?
I think we said 5 years. If you don't know, and you guys probably wouldn't, Mr. Josh and I placed a bet maybe a year or 2 years ago. I said there would be a new Castlevania by the end of that 5 years. Even if it's just like, even if it's just a new Classicvania, it would be new.
Wasn't it?
It might have been when that bet was made, yeah. So we're almost 3 years in. So I may be losing this bet. I forget, it was like $20 or something on the line. And I said there would be a new game by the end of that 5 years from then. And he said No. Whether it be classic or Metroid or 3D, it didn't matter. It just had to be new, I think, were the
$50
stipulations.
USD. I remember the amount.
Was it 50? Holy shit. I'm screwed. No, I gotcha. Money isn't the issue for me right now. Right now, my issue is helping my brother, helping my mom, and getting a better job. Those are my bigger issues.
It didn't matter, yeah. It had to be new.
Right. You notice how slick I was with that? Jumping and then landing on the stairs? Do you guys appreciate the skill? I have to actually press up when I get back on the stairs. Come on now.
It also didn't matter if a new studio made it or if Konami made it themselves.
Yeah.
We assumed that WayForward or someone would have done one.
Well, that's the assumption. I don't know how they feel about working with WayForward again, though. Especially since they've been helping on the Bloodstained thing. They, out of spite, maybe they just haven't wanted to. Because Konami does a lot of things out of spite, I understand. I wonder if there are more things like that. I don't think Konami has any in-house studios anymore. Other than, I guess, what remains of... What was it? Kojima's studio? I think that's all they have. I'm not for sure, but I think Contra Rogue Core was made by a different studio. Although with the old Contra producer, which is, well, it's just sad. Anyway. Hey, I wonder... Oh, nope. Ippo. That's his name. Ippo Yamada. I didn't see his name in the music credits, so... Oh well. I thought he might have done this song, because this song is kind of his style. But I guess I overestimated his talent. I'm so mean. I was so mean. I guess I was mean about it on the forums. Because he did the music for Curse of the Moon 2, and I didn't like it. And I don't think he's untalented. I just think that sometimes his compositions are really dull at best, and annoying at worst. You can't even call it in the style of... Sometimes it's just not good sounding to me. Okay, I didn't die when that happened. Very interesting. But it locks me into a crouching position. That's very interesting. But I had all these plans. See, I always say, if they made me the producer of the Castlevania series, shit, I would know exactly what to do with it. Because I know there are fans of classic Castlevania. I know there are fans of Metroid-style Castlevania. And I know there are even fans who want to give Mercury Steam another shot at Lords of Shadow 3 or something. And then there are other people. See, they're all over the place. There are people like you and me who want to play the older stuff, so we're talking more or better remasters or remakes. And then finally, but or not, there are people who think the next Castlevania should be like a Dark Souls or a Soulsborne. And the only way to appease everyone is to make separate games for all of these people. And we're not at a loss of teams who want to do it, I guarantee it. Because the head guy...
Modern take on Castlevania. Funny, I said that back when the second game was released.
Yeah. It didn't occur to me, but as I watch people play it, I'm like, yeah, that it kind of is. Most especially Bloodborne and Elden Ring, because they have a lot of gothic elements to them. And like gothic enemies, I should say. And, you know, all kinds of creative bosses between all the games, so more or less it's an open world Castlevania anyway. And I had it all worked out on my head, what studios should do what. Yeah, I was expecting that. Came later than I thought. I don't know how many continues they give you, though. I guess I was thinking Way Forward would make, since they made Contra 4, they would make a Castlevania 5, right? But it couldn't just be Castlevania 5. I was thinking, okay, so they called it Super Castlevania 4. They could call it Ultra Castlevania 5 because this Nintendo 64 used to be called Ultra 64. So that's me trying to be clever. And it would be a classic Castlevania. Maybe just standing still for a while and then maybe it charges up. No, it doesn't. I don't know where that laser whip comes from.
I don't know, though. Considering the inundation of Metroidvanias, I think a new Castlevania would have to be more similar to the classic.
Well, I'm saying one game for each person to start with. They could start with a Classicvania as the lowest budgeted game. It wouldn't have to be Unreal 5 engine. That would be cool, but they could make it a pixel art game. Or do like what Way Forward is doing and they have their own engine. And that would be classic. You start on the lowest budget, which I don't know if a Classicvania, a new Classicvania would be a lower budget than remasters.
Do the Silent Hill thing and get different studios to make different games.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think there's hope. Is there hope? Oh, shit. Crap. Is there hope for Contra? No. I think they kind of screwed the pooch on Contra. They might make a second collection. But Rogue Core kind of really messed up what could have been.
Real secret, I just don't know if there's a market for Castlevania anymore. Besides nostalgia, what's the draw to play then?
Well, I might agree with you, but the thing is, I see new players playing the collections, and the collections seem to be doing well because they keep making more of them. I see new people playing the collections to see what the series is all about because of the anime series, which they really like. Especially like younger streamers. They'll have fans in their chat or whatever, and they'll say, "Oh, I'm kind of interested. I like the Castlevania anime series. What game should I start with?" And the typical chat is kind of older guys who remember the games. So we're like, oh, well, the first game, Castlevania 3, Super 4, Symphony, Aria.
Yeah. I suppose there's a bit of hope and reason.
I mean, I gotta cling to hope. It's like, Parappa the Rapper. You gotta believe. I gotta do what? I gotta believe. Yeah. That would have been cool if we said it at the same time. Damn you, text-to-speech. We almost had it. But even though the remasters, collections, whatever you want to call them, are doing well, I think Konami still wants, especially after Contra and Metal Gear Survive, which the less said about that, the better. I think Konami wants to be careful and not waste money. Well, no corporation wants to waste money, but they saw those and what happened with them, and you know, there are odds against us, you know, us Castlevania fans, but I don't think they're insurmountable. That stacked enemy here, which is supposed to be reminiscent of the fire-breathing dragon heads that are one on top of the other. Usually those are separate, but I guess in the original Castlevania, they weren't separate. Maybe I'm thinking of later games that aren't separate. Gotcha. Well, I'm doing okay, but not amazing. For sure, I'll have to change up my Twitch streaming schedule, though, because I was pretty unhappy with how things were going. But again, we're not on Twitch. I forget. We're on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. It just warms my heart as an older gamer to see younger players playing games from like 20, 30 years ago. I mean, I feel like I feel like our era of games is justified when that happens. Like, we weren't wrong about these games being good if young people can still find joy in them. I guess that's kind of who I follow on Twitch are just half of them are younger people who are getting into newer games. Like Mammy from Hyrule. Great Twitch streamer, by the way. Very entertaining. She's bilingual in English and Japanese. She's very kind of like a, she's kind of got the Game Center CX vibe to her. Because she plays and she doesn't give up until she's done. Which sometimes Cacho Arino, he gives up sometimes. She doesn't give up. Anyway, right now she's playing through the Gradius series. A series which I don't even... I'm terrible at Gradius. I've tried playing it. You know, and I kind of weaseled my way through the first 2 games just to see what it was like to get to the last stages and stuff.